Now that we have our project folders set up, Capture Scratch set, and project saved, we can go ahead and start importing our video. The first thing we'll want to do is attach the DV deck. You attach the deck with a FireWire Mini to FireWire 800 cable. The mini plug attaches to the deck, and the FireWire 800 plug attaches to the back of the computer. Like that. Back in Final Cut now, we want to make sure Final Cut and the deck are communicating with each other. We can do that two ways. One way is to go up to View and scroll down to External Video, and then select Refresh AV Devices. This makes Final Cut recognize the DV deck. However, we need to do one more thing besides making the deck and Final Cut communicate, and that is to set up our Final Cut project with the proper audio-video settings. Final Cut needs to know if we're working with HD footage or if it's standard def footage, if the video is encoded with DVC Pro 50 or regular DV. We answer these questions by executing what's called an easy setup. Now, the first thing you need to know before executing an easy setup is to know what type of footage you're working with. If you shot on the Canon XL2 camera, you're working with regular DV footage. Okay, so now that we know what settings to choose for our easy setup, let's go up to Final Cut Pro. And in the drop-down menu, we'll select Easy Setup. Now the Easy Setup dialog box has appeared, and it's in these three drop-down tabs where we'll make our settings for the XL2 footage. First thing, we're going to change the format. Change that to NTSC. Make sure your rate is on 2997. And then your use is going to be set to DV-NTSC. And then we can click on Setup. Okay, now another dialog box has appeared. What this box is saying is that the deck is not connected. So we cannot capture because Final Cut doesn't see the deck we want to capture from. And we know that it can't see the deck because it says unable to locate the following external devices. And this here is the external device or deck. So I want to check my FireWire connections again. These look okay. So we know the deck is connected. Oh wait, here's the problem. The deck wasn't turned on. So now that the deck is on, if I click check again, the dialog box goes away and Final Cut has successfully set up our project for DV-NTSC footage and our deck has been recognized. Next, we'll open up Log and Capture. And we do that by going up to File and clicking on Log and Capture, or you can use the shortcut Command 8. And now the Log and Capture dialog box has appeared and we can do our capturing. Down here is a display that tells us what's going on in the deck. And when it says not threaded like that, that means that no tape has been inserted. So we'll want to go ahead and insert our tape right now. After we do that, it says a new tape has been inserted in the VTR. We can click OK. And we see down here it now says VTR OK. This means that we're ready to capture and that Final Cut and the deck are communicating properly. I'm going to demonstrate how to use the Capture Now feature, which is the quickest way to ingest your media. To do this, all you need to do is push the play button here and then click on the Capture Now button over here. But before we do that, we must give the clip a name. If we don't give the clip a name, it will automatically name the clip Untitled. And that's bad. It can create a terrible headache over the organization of your project and make it difficult to locate specific captured video on your hard drive. So you always want to name the clip before you capture it. It can be something as simple as your project title or something as specific as what the shot is that you're going to be logging. You define the name of the clip under the Logging tab. And as you see, here's the name. Whatever's in this gray box is what the name of the clip will be when we push Capture Now. But as you can see, you can't type inside the box. Instead, you have to type on the other lines, such as in this description box. I'll name my clip Test Project. And as we can see, when we click away, it automatically takes the description and puts it in the name box. So the name of this clip will be Test Project. Now I can just push play and select Capture. and then I'll click on the Capture Now button. Once I'm satisfied with what's captured, I'll just push Escape, as it tells me down here, press Escape to stop. As you see over in my project, here's the clip that I just captured, and if I double click it, it'll open it up in the viewer, and there it is for me to play. Back over in the Log and Capture window, you'll see that a number has been added behind the description. This is so that the next video clip that I capture won't have the same name as the one I just captured. But I can either change the name of the clip, or because I'm still capturing video for the test project, I can leave this alone and Final Cut will automatically add numbers behind each new clip, consecutively. The important thing in capturing video is that the file is named accordingly. If we look over here on the Capture Scratch, we can see that there's a folder named Test Project, and inside that folder, which is in our Capture Scratch, is the video clip Test Project. This is a good and organized project folder. If you don't give the video a name before capturing, it will label the video as untitled. And if you try to change the name of the file, it'll make the video go offline in Final Cut like this. This is where the headache comes in. So always give your clip a name before pushing the Capture Now button. And if you see files that are named untitled, understand that's a bad thing. Now, after you have all your video captured, you can begin editing.